1 year ago today, I was 10,000 miles away from you, a long ways away, serving in our military. I got attached to the NATO hospital in Kandahar, like Ruth said, and serving NATO forces, serving coalition forces. So we worked with the Brits and with the Dutch and the Belgium and the Australians, serving victims of war. So I got some stories I could tell you, but I won't tell them right now. But see me afterwards, I could share some things with you. But as I was there, I was missing my whole family, my daughters, Puerto Rican food, right? And Sarah hooked me up. So just a short little bit about me. I grew up in the 60s, Yeah, I'm that old. When Vietnam War was in its full height. And it was an unpopular war, as many of you remember. Or those of you who are old enough remember. I know there's a lot of young people here who just read about it, right? But it was winding down, and I grew up at a time when the military was almost like irrelevant, right? Nobody joined the military, or anybody in their right mind was joining the military. Very few people. And it went from a draft to a volunteer military, okay? So the military was downsizing. So I joined the military 17 years ago, when Bill Clinton was president, right? And, it was a time of peace. There was no war, and terrorism was something that we only saw in a Freddy Krueger movie, right? So terrorism was something that wasn't really happening, at least not anything that we see today. But 9/11 changed that, as you all know, all right? And our world was forever different. And no longer was the military irrelevant anymore. We were sending troops out over and over again. And I'm here to say that the military is probably more relevant now than it's ever been. At least more relevant when I was growing up in the 60s. Who wants to join the military, right? Because not only do you serve your country, this is not a commercial here, but you also serve your fellow human being. And as a social worker and as a clergy, that's really important for me. Because we serve people whatever race they are, whatever religion they are. So, the military, while it has its trigger pullers, they have people from all different backgrounds, right? And I'm going to show you some of the ones that I actually served with, had the privilege of serving with: doctors, lawyers, political science majors, all right, and public health professionals, social workers like myself. That's why I joined the Navy to serve, and we need people to serve. All right? So, and we need someone, if you would like to, consider it. It's a great career. So, any volunteers? All right. Okay. But I always value my education at the Rutgers School of Social Work and my time here as a fellow at the Eagleton Institute. And the wonderful staff that you have here. I don't know how many times I wish I was here. I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm in Kandahar. I wish I was here. For many, really, I was like, wow, I wish I was here. And I am here. And frankly, there were times when I wondered if I would ever be here anywhere, because there were some scary moments. And I want to thank you all for, thinking about me and sending me those care packages. They really came in handy, and for your prayers and for your support. And I have wonderful memories here, really. I mean, just sitting right there and eating Michael's food. I can't thank him enough, really. And the whole faculty here, Peter McDonough, Ruth Mendel, all of you, and the social times, I'm Puerto Rican, so we're always talking about familia and, coming back home, and what does that mean? And, we see Disney, and I think that's probably why that movie, The Wizard of Oz, right? They always talk about coming back home. It's home, Home is here, right? Home is here, and your home, your familia, And I want to thank you for your support, really, because when you're 10,000 miles away and wondering what does this all mean, and will anybody remember? I remember that was one thing that we did in the debriefing. We were all social workers, psychologists, healthcare workers, doctors, nurses. Our question was to each other, because we had a debriefing, is, we're serving in this war zone. Will anybody care? You get philosophical about it, and will it make any difference? Who cares what we did here? And I don't know. Hopefully, we've made things better. There was this Afghan family that I'll never forget. About maybe 2 or 3 weeks was after we got there, there was a family of 6 Afghan family. They were going to a wedding on a motorcycle, so 5 people on a motorcycle, right? And they went over an IED. The whole family died except this 18-month-old toddler. And it was so difficult because he lost one of his legs. He was an amputee. We didn't know the kid's name, so we called him Rico Bambino. It turned out his name was Hassan. We were a long ways away, but wow, how you got Rico Bambino from Hassan? I don't know. Somebody from Jersey called him that, Rico Bambino. This was funny because here we are adults, and this 18-month-old, this 18-month-old became like everybody's kid, so he got all this. And so happens that he belonged to a village, and his grandfather, walked like 80 miles to claim him. But he became part of family. He became familia, So maybe that was the purpose of us going there, taking care of this Rico Bambino, Hassan. So while I was there, let's see what. All right. This flag, no, we'll skip the hat there. I also had the gloves, I was gonna make it a fish. I'll make it. Okay. So while I was there, I flew this flag over the NATO hospital in Kandahar. Put it right there, right? Not a bad place, right? Put it there for now. And front center, and John, I don't know who else. So I wanted to present this to you. So this certificate from the NATO hospital, from the coalition forces, and the 27 countries that make up NATO, right? This certificate of authenticity, and I'm 55 years old, or close to 55, so my eyes are starting to fail on me, but I can't.
Not me.
There you go. So here we go. Geez.
It's not. It's just the way it's printed.
Okay.
John has one. No.
All right. So.
Is this national?
Yes.
Ensign was proudly flown over NATO multinational medical unit, Kandahar Airfield, Afghanistan. Operation Enduring Freedom, February 21st, 2014. It's just
almost 1 year ago today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
February 21st, 2014, in honor of Eagleton Institute of Politics, presented by Chaplain Wilfredo Rodriguez, in gratitude for your unwavering support.
So thank you all. All right, and this was worth it. Thank you. Okay, so this is it. This is the end of my speech, and thank you very much for your prayers and for your support. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Good.